Maayong udtog, maayong pagpaniudto gikan sa University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines. This is your LunChat in charge. My name is Eric and you're watching LunChat. Greetings to all trailblazers across the USTP system. Join me today for a chat as we unfold different activities and initiatives in the university's 7-point agenda dynamic.
It was indeed a pleasure to converse with the eMonitorMo app project leader, Dr. Jocelyn B. Barbosa, which made me realize the importance of developing this app for our out-of-school youths. Just recently, the eMonitorMo app had its technology acceptance, which we will get a glimpse of as we go on.
Mga ka-LunChat, in realizing our goal to become a leading science and technology university through solving industry problems, let us try and explore USTP's initiatives in instituting innovative and technology solutions. We will be joined today by our very own Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs of USTP Cagayan de Oro, Dr. Jocelyn B. Barbosa. Maayong udto, ma'am, og how are you po?
Mayong udto, Rick. Thanks for having me. And fine, doing good.
Right.
Thank you.
Oo, a little TMI lang tayo, no? Before we kwan, Ma'am Joy is actually my college dean when I was still studying here sa USTP. So it's very good na I get to have this chance to talk with you po. And what we're going to talk about today is something substantial. So very honored po kami na you are here, tapos we know po na you are very busy, especially karon na adlaw. So thank you so much po for gracing us with your presence today. So ayan, ma'am, no. We heard about speaking po of substantial, no. We heard about your app which is called eMonitorMo app, which is a mobile-based application na ga-perform og profiling for our out-of-school youth, no. Can you tell us more about this app po and its features?
So basically, I'd like to start with the mobile-based app, Rick, no? This is intended for, again, still mapping. But the difference between the two is that ang mobile is more on finding out-of-school youth and then encouraging them to really register sa ato ang system. And then the web-based web-based application is still used for registration, mapping and monitoring, and also for generation of reports. And then that will be as basis for somehow like decision making later on. If like the city of Cagayan de Oro, which agency or department in the city of Cagayan de Oro, they'd like to really take a look at like pila kaha ang out of school youth nato karon. Kay mao gyud na ato ang problema, I mean issues. So kana no, ang mobile-based application is used for now kay nagsugod naman ta og deploy ana ta sa hapit na ta mag-launch pod later on ato sigurong istoryahan. It will be used by whoever, but looking at the DepEd ALS namang gud tay gitawag nga mga teachers. So pwede na nila dalhon, particularly not within the city, mato sila og mga rural areas to look for out of school youth. And then duha ang pwede mahitabo. The out-of-school youth can basically like download the app sa ila ang cellphone, and then they can do the registration of their own. And at the same time, kung wag yun sila cellphone, for example, it will be the DepEd ALS who will be like doing the registration. Mag-interview lang siya. What they're doing right now, Manggod, currently, murag may pagka-manual, no? Kay mag-fill out siya and then ana. And additionally, kining ato ang system, Rick, no, it's not just kay challenging manggod kaayo. Paunsa man nato i-convince ang mga youth, ang out of school youth nga mo register gid sila. So the good thing about the system is that once maka-register sila, they have that opportunity to look for example, because we also involve peso in this case. So, naa si peso, and then they will be uploading or uploading announcement for job hiring, ingon ana. So, once maka-register sila sa system, they will be updated. Kung unsay mga hiring within the city, baka within the region, they will be like given the chance to siguro look at the requirements unsa kaha. And not only that, from ani manggod ato pag mag-register, pwede sila makatanaw na dayon unsa kay mga programa sa gobyerno like not just DepEd ALS no provided by DepEd but also unsa kay mga training gina paabot sa DTI no and then even CSWD we are also looking forward in fact sa ato ang system naa ang pag-consider sa mga collection of data for the solo parent. That's the very one of the essential no nga part sa CSWD na ilang programa. So kana something like giving some rewards kung kinsay nagkuan para in a way makatabang pod sila paunsa gid ta maka-come up og report pila ka out of school youth karon tuiga and then that will be the basis mag-design ang gobyerno ang local government unit nga unsa gid ang gwapo nga programa di pod masayang no ang gi-invest sa government.
Sakto, ma'am. And I just like to ask, ma'am, no, since you talked about it being kind of more centered or more geared towards helping those who are far from barangays or locations, since we're using data connection for this application, ma'am, unsa ko man na siya, ma'am, nga lugar wala jud kay signal anang lugar?
That's a very good question, no? So, indeed, sa technology gid ay gapon karik. So, actually that's being considered in our system. So, that's given nga posible kay rural man tama ka naagyoy ginatawag nga poor connectivity or no connections at all sa atong internet. So, what the team did was that we leverage the strength of the data sa technical nga part offline data synchronization.
Nice.
So like once you have the system installed and then gi-open nimo daan like say you are in this at this point and then you reach to a point nga walay signal, you can just continue collecting the data and then like in the case of the DepEd ALS nga teacher no and then once temporarily naa siya sa ato ang phone lang sa.
Okay.
Once it reaches to a point nga naanay connection sa internet, it will just automatically sync. Ang tanang data, ilabay niya tanan sa server. So, we've considered that one. Kay mao jud ng atong nakita pod.
Kaya tsada kay ma'am nung kanang gi-consider po yun yung what if kay since rural lagi ang area, na-consider po siya. So, very nice kay siyang initiative. And I'd just like to add, share lang po kay actually, personally, akong kuya kay out of school youth gud siya. Before, nag-stop siya high school because of health problems. And naka-stop siya for 3 years, kay wala siya kabalo, kay maulo na pud siya og kasulod sa school, kay 2 years among gap, ma'am. Tapos, kung sulod siya school, first year siya balik, ako, mag-third year na ako. So, murag maulo siya na wala siya kabalo kung asa siya muduol, kung unsaon niya nga mas dali ang iyang process sa pag-eskwela. So with this application, if ma-market lang yung nigtarong no and if ma-execute yung nigtarong, I can clearly see kung asa ta padulngan ani especially to help aid kaning atong problema sa atong out of school youth. So daghang salamat ma'am no. Tsada katong first nga chikan starting pa lang ni pero jam pack na kaayo. But before we proceed ma'am no, let's break the ice a little bit. So, natin pa short game called Guess the Food. And to give you a brief mechanic of the game, ma'am, you just have to guess the food. Yan based on the 4 pictures nga mo i-flash sa kaning screen nato nga naa dire. And you will have to answer it within 45 seconds. So, dili siya simultaneous nga i-flash na mo diretso ang 4 pictures, ma'am. Kibali isa-isa siya. Tapos mag-guess 2 seconds sa yatang interval. So, pwede ra gyud nimo ma'am diretso kung ma-feel na nimo nga sa second picture pa lang mao yata ni nga kanang answer. So, pwede ra ka diretso ma'am mag-answer, okay? And of course, atong viewers, you are also welcome na to guess the food. You just have to use our hashtag. That's hashtag USCP LunChat and give it your best shot. So, ma'am, ready na ba? Okay na?
Sure.
Sige.
May raba
So
ko
let's-
magkaon pero di ko maka-prepare. Sige lang.
Very easy, ma'am. Let's start and guess the food.
Oh, kamatis. Ano siya ni?
Or hotdog,
Yeah.
ganay pagka sausage, ganay pagka pepperoni, unsa ka na siya.
Pepperoni. Sudan man ino.
Depende, ma'am. Pwede siya anything.
Pwede mong siya may mong pizza.
Pwede, ma'am. Pwede siya. Unsa man, ma'am, final answer. Gusto ka pizza, imo answer.
Yeah. Pizza pero kamatis man no,
Oh,
kamatis.
na tomato sauce, tomato paste, tomato something. Tomato.
Wala siya karne. I
Wala po
mean,
siya. Ano siya, pepperoni though. Kaligapon siya. So, unsa man, ma'am?
I think pizza.
Pizza.
Oh,
Ayan.
okay.
Very sharp lagi datong kuan lagi, Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. So trivia lang no mga ka-LunChat, pineapple in pizza frequently causes arguments online with those who are for and against pineapple as a topping. So the modern pizza we know today evolved from dishes created in Italy in the 18th and 19th centuries. But the Hawaiian pizza topped with ham and pineapple was not an Italian invention. So Sam Ponopoulos, which is a Greek immigrant, along with his brothers, owned a restaurant in the province of Ontario, Canada. He added canned pineapple to one pizza with ham, not knowing whether it would be a hit or not. But soon found that the combination of sweet and savory was proving a winner with his customers. So ayan, thank you so much for participating, ma'am. And of course, no, sa itong mga viewers online. Daghang salamat. So ma'am, going back to where we left off po, no? Ang kanibang eMonitorMo app, ma'am, na human na ba ni siya? O what significant progress can you share with us po?
So this was completed already, Rick, last year, no, late November. However, we still need to polish things, like especially that we will be turning this over to LGU, to Cagayan de Oro LGU, no, and then we are looking forward nga karon siguro few months from now ato na gyud siyang ma-launch, and then we will be signing, or there will be a MOA signing between USTP and LGU through USAIDA, like Out of School Youth Development Alliance, and I can we believe no nga ang atong I'd like to mention Kagawad Seno, Kagawad Daba. They already knew about it, and we'd like to believe they're very much supportive about this. And they're in fact looking forward about this.
Of course. We are also looking forward, ma'am, no, sa pagkabuhat, or like nabuhat naman siya, pero ang pag-market na sa mga tao, sa general public. So, again, ma'am, kaning project seem to really benefit, no, everyone, especially ang youth kay, sa current generation, especially, ang youth kay tech-savvy na. And they seem to really know how to navigate through different applications. Now, ma'am, you mentioned earlier nga kaning project, ang eMonitorMo app, was realized with a partnership of USAID, di ba po? 2.0. So how will this app be sustainable po? And what more can we look forward to in the future?
Yeah, as mentioned, ato gid ning dapat i-turn over man gid no. At the end of the day, ato man siyang gi-design, gi-develop para sa atong community. So sayang kung dili gid nato magamit. And then sustainability, I'd like to mention also, since we already have some discussions, like Kagawad Seno already requested us to really provide them unsay mga necessary, what are the things that they should prepare, because there is also a budgetary requirements na implication sa budget, like asas dapat siya i-host, kay currently naa pa man siya sa USTP, since it's a collaborative project. So dinhi pa lang siya sa ato ang server karon, ato ning i-turn over, and then decidean pa if cloud ba siya or on-premise lang sa CDO. So kana ang medyo na budget, and then whichever unsa man ang ilang ko anong dapat na amanggoy IT, no, nga personnel, although they already have a personnel sa ilang IT department, but maybe trainings ana. So i-turn over good para ma-sustain. And then in fact si USAID, I'd like to mention nagkuan siya nga naabay phase 2. So
Nice.
ang nag-mention kag features ganina, Rick, no. So this time I personally would like to really enhance or do some improvement of this, kay karon mapping man ta, monitoring, but we are looking forward nga medyo atong i-apply ang pagka-smart niya nga ko ano, like with the application of the machine learning, and then we will be doing some predictive or data analytics, of course, predictive modeling, like na part na sa ato ang plano in terms of the likelihood, no, nga mahuman bagid ni nga estudyante kung mo join sa ani nga program.
And of course, no, I'd just like to add a comment sa imong mga ipaingon, kay very interesting kay siya for me. Kay this really is kanang murag a good opportunity as well for out of school youth nga makabalo sila nga dili lang ga-stop ang ilang pag-venture out silang life, kung mag-stop sila eskwela, kay sa Philippines we know nga ang educational attainment very important, no, ginatagaan gyud siya high regard. And then tsada kayo nga makabalo sila nga dili lang mag-end diri, kay naapay opportunities nga pwede nila sudlan after nila mag-stop og school. So ayan, thank you so much, ma'am. Before we end it, ma'am, do you want to say something po sa tong audience?
Okay. So, kana no, I'd like to invite everyone, although wala pa manggid nato ni na fully deploy, hinay-hinay pa lang. But then, I'd like to encourage everyone, our out-of-school youth who are watching karon, to wait for the launching in few months, and then we shall be siguro amo ang i-share ang even karon na naman ang link karon, you eMonitorMo.ustp.edu.ph. However, katong mobile ato pa man tong i-register for downloading. So importante ni katong even katuganing nagskwela. By the way, nalimot di kog mention di ay Rick nga nag-start siya for out of school youth because we know nga challenging gid siya. In fact, ang Philippines, as we mentioned, nalimot ko. It's one of the 9 countries in Southeast Asia nga that was reported to be having an increasing number of out-of-school youth. It's there almost 4 million na karon. So, but then diha nag-start, but we thought of really considering all the youth that we have. So, kung nagskwela siya karon gani, pwede siya mo tan-aw unsay, 'di ba, if you are in the higher ed,
Right.
pwede gani ka mo take chance ka ng unsay ngalan ani mo join sa mga other programs like sa DTI, TESDA, for example.
Mga
Posibleng
vocational
nagskwela ka
courses.
karon, later on mong good basig nakaundang.
Right.
Ana. So kana lang ang kuan siguro. Thank you for having me.
Of course, Ma'am. No, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence today and for sharing these very informative tidbits with us. I know that the USCP community will be thrilled in this endeavor that we partake in.
With the recent developments, a signing of the technology acceptance by the RU Youth Development Office of Cagayan de Oro for the eMonitor, a web and mobile-based out-of-school youth mapping and monitoring system, was successfully held last May 19, 2023. The eMonitorMo app is a web and mobile-based application that seeks to solve industry and community problems through innovative technology solutions. By empowering the youth to have access to education, economic growth, governance, and socio-emotional development.
There you have it, mga ka-LunChat. In the University 7-Point Agenda Dynamic, the initiatives of the eMonitorMo app falls under letter I, which is to institute effective and efficient finance and administration services through innovative and technology solutions. This has been your LunChat in charge, Eric Tarot. See you next episode, diri lang sa LunChat.